Today, the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation announced the fourth award under the criminal plea agreements that BP and Transocean paid in 2013. Those funds come to the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation into what we call the Gulf Environmental Benefit Fund. In working with the state of Louisiana, we have identified five key projects that are being awarded today in the total amount of $245 million. Those awards will fund the two major sediment diversions that the state has been working towards for many years to complete their engineering and design in hopes that they move to construction after that phase. Additionally, we are funding the engineering and design work to convey fresh water from the Atchafalaya River to improve and restore the marshes in Upper Terrebonne Parish. And lastly, we're funding the adaptive management so that we learn from these projects and implement future projects with those lessons learned.
Can you talk a little bit about how those projects were selected?
Sure. So under this program, we look to the state of Louisiana, and we must consider their input and the comprehensive master plan that the state has worked on. They then identify the critical projects that fit within our program, and they propose them to us. After that proposal, we work in a consensus partnership to confirm that those projects are indeed legally compliant with our mandate and that they're the best projects to go forward. Then they're approved by our board of directors, the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation.
Okay, but the criminal settlement actually did say that you had to focus your money on two different things.
Sure. Sorry. The criminal settlement dictated that in Louisiana, only two types of projects could be the recipient of these funds: Barrier Island reconstruction and river diversion projects. And so in working with the state, we use those parameters to identify these critical projects for this phase.
And where are you in terms of development of projects for other states?
So each of the other four Gulf states work on the same cycle of proposing grants to us. And we operate on a schedule from the first quarter of the year into November. And we have two more payments coming from BP that will finish the payments coming to NIFWIF. And as long as we have funds to grant out, we will respond to proposals from those other four states. They're not required to specific project types, but they must propose projects that remedy harm to natural resources impacted by the spill.